This nondescript potato patch is where 44 Canadians of the Great War are believed to be buried together in a mass grave. Their names are known. The approximate place where they fell is known, and now there is a manhunt, if you will, to discover their bodies, because their families very much want them to be moved and placed in one of the many Commonwealth military cemeteries that dot the landscape here north of Arras towards Vimy Ridge. This field was the front line, about 3 kilometers from Vimy Ridge. The German troops were dug in the background, the Canadians in the foreground, very near where I am standing. There are many other stories here of great interest to historians. One of them is the network of caves that the Canadian soldiers took shelter in before going out and going over the top to attack the Germans on Vimy Ridge. This is one such cave inside some brilliant engravings done by the Canadian soldiers as they whiled away the time before they went to war. It is a beautiful, haunting place when you imagine that for some weeks, as many as 200 Canadian soldiers lived in this place, about 10 meters underground, just a couple of kilometers from Vimy Ridge.
We found this in 2007, and there's a lot of graffiti here that unfortunately remains anonymous, as it were, in that there's no relatives have been traced. But there are 3 or 4 examples where we have managed to trace relatives and brought them back. And of course it's unimaginably emotional for somebody to see their own relatives' graffiti on the wall. To see graffiti, in many ways, it's superior to actually seeing a cross in a cemetery, because it's a lot more personal. It's something that the soldiers actually put on the wall themselves, or actually carved, either a carving such as this one or their handwritten name. But either way, it's something that they've done themselves, and therefore is a lot more personal and related to the family than a name on a cross or a name on Vimy Ridge on the list of missing. So it's the culmination really in the work that we do here.